Christoph is a great champion. I mean, he achieved in his career like no other people. It's always an honor to race with him.
I remember growing up watching videos of the Mountain Bike World Cup when Sauser was dominating that. To then come over to the Epic and just dominate it, it's very motivating.
It'll be a very long time before we see another rider of that caliber, a rider who's that complete at the Absa Cape Epic again.
His greatest strengths as an athlete are consistency, endurance, the long marathons, long sustained climbing, not breaking down day to day. When marathon racing became bigger and the format, the Cape Epic, became these big stage races that are very long and very tough, that really spoke to his strengths.
Yeah, South Africa, I just knew it from Cape Town, the beautiful mountain. I thought it must be good riding there too. And so off I went into an English school, and in the afternoon I often trained in the wind in the Cape Flats almost. And then for the last 2 weeks when the school was over, I went to Stellenbosch, and I fell in love with the place, and ever since then I came back, and it really became my second home.
By 2005, Christoph Sauser was already the reigning UCI World Cup champion. He was an Olympic bronze medalist, and he was racing for the biggest team in the business, the Siemens Cannondale team. And his teammate at the time was Fredrik Kessiakoff, also a World Cup star. And they arrived at the 2005 race up against Bart Brenchlins and Roel Paulison. And perhaps they hadn't quite anticipated the demands of mountain bike stage racing, certainly at this level. They were second, and somehow I think that might have annoyed Christoph, because the seeds were sown and he was really keen to come back and win this race, make it part of his palmares.
I more thought, will be good training, but from day one on, we raced flat out against Bart Brenchlins and Roel Paulison. Often we lost in the sprint, and then I got the virus and I wanted to come back and have more.
Sure enough, in 2006 Christoph was back, and he came with Silvia Bundi, his new teammate and a new team, the team that would carry him through to retirement. And they won by the biggest margin ever at the race. And the big question was, how would he repeat this? How would he repeat this feat? And who would know that the answer came from South Africa?
The second year with Specialized, I didn't have a partner, and by coincidence I met Barry at the Total Sports Challenge in Cape Town, and I knew he has lots of talent, but he was still so young, and more or less as a joke I asked him, hey, let's do the Epic together. And then he actually responded seriously, and he said, can I have your telephone number? I'll give you a call then. And then 2 weeks later he said, yes, I'm in. I thought, oof. Maybe he is still a bit young for 8 days, so many kilometers. And we just became a super good couple. I mean, maybe he was 20 years of age, and we just got into the leader's jersey. We kept it until he had to drop out the race because of a knee injury. We really had to earn our first overall victory. We had so many hiccups, but we always went flat out, and we always won so many stages. But unfortunately, the hiccups put us way back again. And then finally, after the fourth time, everything came together, and we were more or less a super couple. And it was so much fun riding with him, and I wish I could still do it. You can't describe such emotions, you know. You can't describe how it feels to win, and you also can't describe when such a big tragedy happened. It was probably one of my biggest after my dad passed away. when I was like 9 years old, and always was a big shock, and you don't want to have it true, you know. You think that's not possible, obviously, but you have to accept it and make the very best out of it. And with Bury next to Greg Minnaar, South Africa lost the biggest mountain bike talent, but that's a very small deal compared to that Bury lost his one and only life.
Um, 2013 was tough to be able to pick yourself up and go out and do it, but I do believe that the enormity of what happened made them more determined, and I think they were untouchable. They were so strong. So there was definitely an inner determination.
A third consecutive win for Christoph Sauser, and a brand new partner to celebrate with.
That win with Jaroslav Kulhavy put Christoph Sauser on a par with Karl Platt, and they had won 4 each, which was the greatest number of wins out of any rider in the history of the race. And it wasn't really as if Christoph liked to look back at his victories. He was always looking forward to the next one.
It's always what I can achieve now and not what I achieved in the past. Maybe when I'm old and grumpy, I'll be very proud to show my grandkids what I achieved, but yeah, it's always been as a racer. It was always the future and the present.
Even though that's true, he deep down, I think, really wanted to win that 5th title, because that would put him on a level above everyone else, and he would be elevated to the point where he would become synonymous with victory at the Absa Cape Epic.
Coming into Merendal and winning it with Jaro again together, it was so cool, you can't describe it. It sometimes, you don't know how it comes together, because you ride over millions of rocks, thousands of corners, you face mechanicals, crashes, and over 700 Ks that it all comes together over 8 days. It's not only Jaro and me, it's the whole team, the backup, the mechanics, the soigneur, the cook, it's the whole team, it's a whole team victory.
For sure, we will miss him. I mean, yeah, he's making the competition nice, hard, and it's gonna be different.
As an event, we are very grateful that a rider of Christoph's caliber and character actually made the race such an important part of their racing calendar every year. Even when he was, racing at the highest level on the World Cup circuit, he was still making sure that he was peaking for the Absa Cape Epic. So we're very grateful.
Great athletes are always remembered, maybe, yes, for a great career, but it's always a signature when you go out at the top. It's a lovely way to bow out, and he bowed out at the top of the Cape Epic.